Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem. So, we have some supports to do this time, so let's get started. We have Caspar and Raphael. Let's go.
Hey Raphael, you here to train?
Hey, Caspar! You work your muscles almost as much as I do.
Of course! Everyone knows that if you skip a day, you lose 3 days of work.
Ain't that the truth? Let's get to it then.
That's probably enough for today.
You might be right. I'm exhausted.
You know, I really envy you, Raphael. You're huge.
I know I'm big. Everyone knows that. What are you talking about?
I'm not very big, but I've always wanted to be. That's why I train so much. I've grown a bit in the last 5 years, but I'm still not even close to you.
Is that all? I know how to fix that.
Really? You gotta show me.
Follow me.
Huh? You just led me to the dining hall.
Oh, the trick is just eat a lot, I guess.
That's right. Now sit down and eat up.
We're just gonna eat?
Yep. Eating's the best way to get bigger. You gotta eat, and you gotta train. Do them both enough, and you're sure to grow.
Well, I always thought I was a pretty big eater, but maybe I wasn't eating enough? Or not often enough?
Probably both. Look at my plate compared to yours. Now this is a meal.
Whoa, your plate looks like a mountain. If that's what I gotta do, then I'm gonna eat until I can't anymore. I'll eat until there's no food left.
That's the spirit. Come on, let's go clear out the pantry.
Let's do it. I'm gonna eat till I can't move.
I love Raphael passing on his, his training style. It's like, no, just eat a lot. That's the whole thing, just eat a lot. Right, Raphael, Marianne, talking about birds, I believe.
Hey Marianne, what you eating? Mind if I join you? I'm starving.
Maybe not yet.
Huh? Oh,
All my favorite dishes are on the menu today. I might have grabbed too much. You want some?
no thanks.
All you've got on your plate are leaves. Are you sure that'll fill you up?
I'm done eating now. I have to go.
Huh? You're already done eating? But there's still food on your plate. Hey, Marianne! Huh. Maybe she's not feeling well. I should probably go check on her later.
Oh, is that so? I'm so happy you found all of that food. A little gray starling told me that you can find berries if you fly out toward the mountains.
Oh, I found Marianne. I didn't know she spent her time here. It sounds like she's talking to someone.
What's that? You want to try some nectar from the flowers in the greenhouse? That might be tricky. I guess you could try it if I'm already there. Otherwise, you might get locked in.
Hey, Marianne, who are you talking to? Huh? Oh, the birdie flew off.
Yes, it looks like he has. What are you doing here, Raphael?
You were acting a little strange when we were eating earlier, so I wanted to check on you. I was worried.
That's sweet of you, but I'm fine.
Are you sure? Well, that's good to hear. As long as... Wait a minute! Were you just talking to a bird?
Yep, his brain is finally caught up, or his mouth is caught up with his brain, or whatever I'm trying to say. Basically, he's finally worked it out.
Excuse me?
I knew it! You can talk to birds! I'm right, aren't I?
Yes.
That's incredible! This place is full of interesting folks, but I didn't think anyone spoke birdie.
No, that's not it. This bird just happened to be speaking human.
And no matter how many times I hear her say that, it doesn't sound better. Like, that does not sound better than her speaking bird is the bird speaking human. I mean, both of them make her sound crazy, don't get me wrong, but, one is clearly better than the other.
Amazing! I hope I get to meet a bird who speaks human one day.
Alright, well, now we've done that, it's time for an Explore Week. Wait, we have a paralogue? The Weather Vanes of Fódlan. Annette and Gilbert hope to acquire the hero's relic of House Dominic from Annette's uncle, Baron Dominic. Oh, okay. That's intriguing. Well, we're definitely going to explore the monastery, but that is intriguing. Yeah, I guess because we got the C support, we got the power log. Nice. Why am I walking like we're actually going to explore this place? We already know where we're going. Now, did we not have to go back to Abyss, or have we done that? Banned books. Yes, that's the one I forgot to do last time. Cool. Gardening. Right, I will harvest. We didn't get another speed one. Right, off to the shop. Then we can grab some more pale blue flower seeds. So, hello.
Hey, welcome.
Got any of those pale blue flower seeds for me?
You have a good eye.
Good, right, I'll have those.
A pleasure doing to come again.
No other shop. Wait, is her shop open?
There's I open.
No. Okay, that's fine. So back down here to the greenhouse. Drop the flowers off, and then we'll see where to go from there. So I would like to plant pale blue flower seeds. All of them, please. Thank you. Cultivate with the highest quality free ingredients. And now we'll head up here and we will do the, we'll do the box. Right, box. This is Seteth. I have concerns about allowing a young woman still on the cusp of adulthood to spend time alone with members of the opposite sex. What are your thoughts? She'll resent you if you interfere too much. Nope. Oh well. I speak truth. Whether he wants to listen or not, that's his decision, really. And now we're off to Abyss to look at banned books. And read all of them, I would say, if we can. It's the lore dump. And, you know, I've never been happier. Could be great. It could be anything in here. I'm trying to think what kind of big revelations we've still got left. I don't know if we've got that many, but hey, we'll find out, won't we? Over to the back here. So now we have the list of rare books. So now we have to go back out of Abyss. To be honest, any one of these that has you go through a loading screen is just a bad decision. Like, surely they know that their game has like really long loading screen times between Abyss and here. So putting a quest that makes you jump between both is just a little bit weird. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know why they would do that. It's just a bit off, really. Right. Anyway, so run over here. And then heading this way. I mean, it's not even like with the Switch, you can put an SSD or something like you can in one of the other consoles.
Huh?
So, yeah. Anyway.
Savior, thank you.
Here, thank you. I made a copy. Perhaps the books included in the list will be of use to you as well. I wonder what you'll find if you search the archives in Abyss. Wonderful. Hey, Mithril. Mithril's huge. Right, so now we go back to Abyss. But yeah, Mithril's huge because that lets us repair the 11 swords that we have. Or forge them, probably. Depending on the cost difference. Probably forging them to 11 sword plus, which will probably give us extra durability as well. So it'll work out as a win. Yeah, that could be really good. Umbral Steel is kind of unnecessary. I think the only thing it repairs right now is our relic. I don't think it repairs anything else. So, yeah, anyway. Ooh, look at this. These are all active now. Okay. Pressing the wrong button. That's Mysteries 2, so I guess I want to be going this way round. Letter to a mysterious noble. My beloved, you were right. It seems he would not hesitate to divide the house. What's more, I hear he's considering taking half of his territory and joining the kingdom. I can't believe he would even consider dragging another region into this, not to mention stirring up trouble over his inheritance at a time when the Alliance desperately needs to unite. He's clearly out of his mind. Though he bears a major crest and you a minor crest, your father was wise in his attempt to declare you his heir. As it were, I can't help but wonder what your intentions with me are. I'm drowning in letters proposing marriage to that beast. He may share your face, but the resemblance ends there. I refuse to marry such a foul creature. If you don't come to me soon, I'm going to you. Don't forget that my father's blessing could be revoked at any moment. I will depart Deirdre at the end of the lone moon. You better be prepared for my arrival. I wish to marry you beneath the garland moon. Why? Well, I am a woman after all, and even I harbor dreams of being a garland bride. Understood? Great, make it so. Claudia, second daughter of House Regan. Okay. So, stirring up trouble over his inheritance. He's clearly out of mind, though he bears a major crest in your mind. Your father was right in his attempt to declare you his heir. Yeah, so I'm kind of wondering when that was. But I assume that Claudia has to be Claude's mother, right? So the person, her beloved, would be the one who's in Almyra. Interesting. I could be wrong though. Hello, do you have anything to say? No? Okay. An antiquated note. A scrap of paper is stuck between the pages of a book. It appears incredibly old. Moose meat. Albion moose is preferable. If unavailable, beef or horse meat may be substituted, though the dish's unique flavour will be somewhat altered. Goddess messenger. Be sure to skin, gut and clean the fish before use. Xanado treasure fruit. While difficult to obtain, it is well worth the effort. If necessary, boa fruit may be substituted. Seasoning and spices. Adrestian rock salt, herbs of Fargus and honey of Leicester are strongly recommended. This is a special dish prepared for the new emperor at ceremonies. Though its ingredients are extremely rare, making it is rather expensive, chefs must restrain themselves from sneaking bites during preparation. Interesting. The Feast of Decadence. The Seventh Song. Banquet celebrating the marriage of the young Emperor Lycanon III continued until the full moon waned to half a moon. The waitstaff scurried about the castle, refilling golden glasses. All present savoured the taste of the fine Bacchus from Boramus, as well as the screams of the northern swordsmen as they were torn apart by wild beasts during the countless dishes on the banquet tables were each overflowing with spectacular offerings. Treats themed after the four saints graced massive platters, just waiting for our greedy fingers to snatch them up. In honor of Saint Keyhole, guardian of the land, prime Grondier wheat was used to bake endless loaves of delectable bread. In honor of Saint Sethleen, savory fish was presented, a dish she is believed to have loved. Yes, we can confirm that. When the clown dressed as Saint Seros decapitated the criminal dressed as Nemesis in a single swing, the spectators cheered with unbridled enthusiasm. A young man, staring at Emperor Wilhelm as he caught the saint and pulled her into a close embrace, suddenly beckoned to me. He pressed his lips to my ear and whispered sweet nothings, mirroring Emperor Wilhelm and Saint Seros upon the stage. The date of removal and Setef's signature follow. It appears to be a novel set in the Adrestian Empire. It sustained great damage, so nothing else is legible. Okay. Interesting. Wonder why that's hidden. Words of love. Table of contents. How to compliment a lover. The art of seduction. The myth of true love singularity. Gifting Saint Sethleen's love garland. Alone time and greeting the dawn. Wink wink. The date of removal and Setef's signature follow. It seems this was briefly part of the monastery's library, but all pages are missing save the table of contents. Setef, you keeping those pages for yourself? Anyway. Burned remnants of a report. Burned papers that resemble a report of some sort. A few passages survived the fire and are still legible. Item 18. Part 5. The Fargus Rebellion. I harbour doubts about the army Luke has raised. How did he recruit soldiers without raising suspicion in the Empire? How did he acquire these mysterious weapons? So like heroes' relics. What is the true identity of Pan, the tactician rumoured to have been integral to Luke's victories? And those who slither in the dark. Oh! Okay, we knew those who slither had been behind a lot. Like, they had been plotting for a long time, but this is a direct connection to them and Lug, who was the first king of Fargus, I think? So, interesting. Item 22, Part 2. The Shadowed Order of the Knights of Cerros believed that King Klaus I of Fargus was assassinated. Everyone believes that his will, which demands the territory be divided amongst the three princes and fails to name a successor, is a fake. The purpose was likely to involve the Leicester region and display a greater military force than the Empire. Okay, Item 49, Part 18. The Tragedy of Dusker, after which more members of the Western Church are strongly criticizing the Central Church. Among them are those who claim the incident in Dusker was the work of the Shadowed Order of the Knights of Cerros. It seems a confrontation over the dogma's legitimacy is inevitable. Soon, the child of House Gaspard. House Gaspard. Which one's Gaspard again? Sorry, I need to have a look. I knew it. I know it's one of ours, and I know I should know it, but which one is Gaspard? House Gaspard. Ah, that's gonna bug me. We don't have them, but I should know who that is. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, also, interesting to hear that the church could be involved in the tragedy of Dusker. Unlikely, we think it's those who slither, but it would definitely explain what's going on with the Western Church if they think it was the Central Church. Item 51, Part 6. Son of the Alliance's leader, Duke Oswald Reagan, has died in an accident. This follows an incident involving the previous successor, and even the Knights of Cerros suspect it was at Count Gloucester's command, though it seems too conspicuous. There is some concern that this could spark a war. With Duke Regan gravely ill, the situation is... Oh, so Count Gloucester, Lorenz's dad, could have been the one who ordered Claude's father to be killed. There's a lot in these reports. Encyclopedia of Fódlan's Insects. This book's title does not match its content, suggesting a false cover. It seems to be a catalogue of some kind. Distance Viewer based on glasses. By combining glasses lenses, one can view great distances with enhanced clarity. Crafting such a tool was forbidden by decree of the Archbishop for the following reasons. 1. The ease of locating enemy camps would escalate wartime violence. 2. It would be too easy to snipe from afar. 3. It would lessen the mystery of the goddess who watches from above. Alright. Flammable black water. A sticky black liquid was discovered in northern Fargus. It burns fiercely and emits a highly toxic gas. The use of this wicked substance was forbidden by decree of the Archbishop for the following reasons. Misuse could result in accidental death. It could be used tactically by those lacking magical ability. Competition for it could cause strife. Metal mold printing machine. Though initially lauded as a practical replacement for woodblock printing, after careful consideration the Archbishop deemed it taboo for many reasons, particularly the following. 1. Risk of mass circulation of misinformation and malevolent rumours. 2. It is useless to illiterate commoners. 3. Risk of intensifying disparity between church branches. Okay, so I didn't realise it, but the church is deliberately holding back technology from the world. Okay. Human autopsies, especially involving head or chest incisions. Though it is widely believed that this is medically relevant, such actions upon a corpse are considered desecration of the dead. Since white magic can be used to a similar end, autopsies were deemed taboo. A notable cardinal asserted that if medical science were to excel over faith-based white magic, it would destabilize the foundation of the church. Also probably a little close to the mark in terms of how all the heroes' relics were made. Alright. Romance of the World's Perdition. In the land of Thinis, where the gods are said to live, the false god has awakened. Its looming heteromorphic vessel was resurrected to sink the world into the depths of the ocean. It will bring extinction to all children of men and salvation to all beasts of the land, sky and sea. For the children of men who spilled too much of the blood of life, it promises only cruel retribution. The false god must be defeated before the world sinks into a watery grave. To this end, the children of men must have erected pillars of light upon the land. Thinis, Malum, Septum, and Lilium are utterly destroyed. Those lands have vanished from this world, yet even still the false god stands, and soon a flood aptly named Despair will drown this world. The children of men fled to the depths of the earth, beyond the sight of the false god, beyond the embrace of the sacred sun, and beyond the reach of the waters of despair. They swore a fervent oath of revenge against the surface world ruled by beasts and against their tormentor, the false god. So this is obviously the story of those who slither, just a little bit abstracted. The truth of the hero's relics. I, a priest of blank, the findings of my investigation, blank, when a crest stone was removed while its relic was being wielded by A, all movement within the relic ceased. When the stone was returned, the relic once again, it is beyond question that the crest stones supply the associated relic with some kind of power of some kind, and the impetus of said power is clearly related to the crest that certain humans possess. Based on the composition of, it can be summarized that likely a massive creature akin to a wyvern. However, strength is beyond compared to that of wyvern bones. They are more durable than all materials other than crucible steel, making them ideal for crafting weaponry and absolutely inhabiting. Difficult to conceive, but one theory, it is possible that the goddesses have potentially heroes' relics have been found that have been not linked to the 10 elites. The 10 elites. Could it be that others were gifted this power by the goddess as well? Perhaps the disturbing that the relics were not gifts from the goddess. Additionally, the same crest stones, many of my hypotheses. I'm desperate to find the truth of it all. The time has come. I must discard. I dare say the goddess would not wish for me to learn more than I already have. The pages are old and worn, so most of the text is illegible. That person has found out pretty much the truth but can't believe it. Fragments of a forgotten memoir. 15. Something 15. Allele Forest. It's been several months since King Nemesis was defeated, and the tides of war have turned from bad to worse. I've received news that my friend Daphnel has fallen ill as well. Those zealots are after our heads, and those of our leaders. All that is left is for us to disappear into the muddy waters Seros has created. My long life may soon come to an end. So this is, I think, a memoir of somebody in the 10 elites, I guess? I somehow escaped with my life, but I fear the end is near. Most of my clan has already surrendered to the Empire. To my surprise, I'm told their safety was guaranteed. I, however, am a different matter. My life, along with my sacred weapon, will unquestionably be forfeit, my dear son and daughter. I hope you can forgive me one day. Why does Seros despise us so? What did King Nemesis do to incur such an unyielding wrath? Perhaps it was a mistake to accept his offer. In any case, that is all in the distant past now. And before this body falls to ash, the evil. The page is so tattered the rest is illegible. Okay, so it was basically that person saying it was all Nemesis. Mysteries of the Calendar Volume 2. Much time has passed since the Imperial Calendar was adopted. In the prior calendar, the year began with what we now call the Guardian Moon and ended with the Ethereal Moon. Back then, the 12 lunar phases were exclusively referred to as months. They came to be known as moons with our current calendar system. Though the prior names of the months are lost, it is known the Guardian Moon was often shortened to the number 1 Pegasus Moon, to the number 2, and so on until the Ethereal Moon, the 12th and final month. Though inelegant, this was a practical system that apparently served the people of the time well. There is no way of knowing when the old calendar was created. Any attempt to trace its origins leads only to the era of the gods and more unanswered questions. All we know for certain is that the calendar has existed for a nearly incomprehensible length of time. To change a civilization's calendar would inevitably cause great confusion and unrest. Why then did Emperor Wilhelm, the first leader of Adrestia, choose to abandon the original calendar in favor of the imperial calendar? Historians have identified several possible reasons for such a drastic measure. 1. The influence of the Church of Seros. The names of the imperial calendar's moons and the associated lore behind them are intimately related to the tenets and saints of the Church of Seros. It is highly probable it's highly probable that basing the new calendar on the teachings of Ceros was Emperor Wilhelm's attempt to spread those beliefs on a much wider scale and help legitimize the church. If this is the case, it is further proof that the Adrestian Empire had close ties to the Church of Ceros from the very moment of its inception. Alternatively, it has been posited that the goddess herself wished to change the calendar and voiced this desire through the prophet Ceros. This would mean Emperor Wilhelm simply implemented the change rather than originating it. 2. Asserting authority. Calendars represent the flow of time, so creating a new one is akin to claiming dominion over time itself. Shortly after its founding, the Empire used its influence to establish a new calendar and retroactively proclaim its founding year as Year 1. Amid the unification of Fódlan, this move increased imperial authority and heralded the start of a new era. Wow, okay, so basically what these books tell us is that there's potentially a lot of kind of behind the scenes stuff that the Church of Ceros has been doing to control everything. Which is effectively what Edelgard said, right? Edelgard effectively said this outright, is that, you know, the Church of Ceros is getting everyone to fight each other. They're secretly plotting, they're evil. But, yeah, there was some of that with the those that slither as well. Yeah, interesting. I'm also sure there must be a reference to some other game in there as well, but hey, maybe not. Right, so let's do some eating, right? Let's have a look. So Dimitri still doesn't want to eat. I guess we could go Felix Seteth or Felix Flane, or Felix Mercedes as well, but they'll get that in combat. Let's go Felix Seteth, sure. Although, yeah, they don't want to eat that. So let me see if I can find one. There we go. Felix Seteth. Let's go.
That looks appetizing.
The flavor is nostalgic to me for some reason. I'd like some more.
Nice. So no support between them. Ash and Caspar or Marianne. Let's go Marianne. Ash and Marianne, perfect, and they'll both eat the sweet tooth one.
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
Nice. Ooh, is that an A? I think that's the A level support. Nice. Okay, Sylvain and Ingrid or Flane? How about we go Sylvain and Flane? Just want to check. Oh, so yeah, we don't actually have anything to make the sweets. We can only make fish-based meals. Wonderful, wonderful. Because that's the only ingredients that we have.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
I'm assuming those are the only ingredients we have because we keep doing the gold-making auxiliary battles instead of doing the other auxiliary battles. And that means that we never get the random food. Interesting.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
That is an argument for doing the weaker quests, actually. Mercedes and Aloise, sure. Mercedes and Aloise, there we go. Right in there, perfect.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
Nice. The next one is Annette and Gilbert, probably? Yeah, Annette and Gilbert. Hopefully they like fish, because that's what we got. That's all we have is fish. There we go.
Pardon me, Professor. I am happy to accept your invitation, but...
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm at a loss as to what I should talk about.
No, cool. Right, next one. Ingrid and Raphael? yeah, I guess Ingrid and Raphael seems good. Cool. They're the next two on the list anyway.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
Nice. The only other person we need then is Happy, probably? Yeah, Happy. Okay. Happy likes this food. Awesome. I'd like to eat with Happy. No, just Happy. Oh, I need to eat with someone else? Anna. There we go.
Wow, this is all kinds of tasty.
This looks so tasty. I wonder what you could charge for this.
Cool. Apparently I missed Anna's lost item as well. I don't believe that it's relevant in any way, but I think the person said it was around here. It could be lost to the sands of time. If it is, you know what? I don't really mind. It doesn't matter in any way for Anna. Yeah, I don't know where it is, so... Yeah, if we've lost it, we've lost it. I may read the comment again to see where it is, but I'm not overly worried about it. Let's head down to Aloise here. Hello, Aloise. Where are you? Over this way. Yeah, you.
Quite given up on it anyway. Now that
Yeah. Teach me how to wear heavy armor. Weight -3.
There is still more to learn.
Wonderful. We no longer need to learn about heavy armor because we now have the bonus that we want from it. I don't know if it's even good, but I've been working for that bonus for so long that we have to have it. You know what I'm meaning? Like, we put so much effort into getting it that it had to be done. Catherine is this way, isn't she? Yeah, I think so.
In Lady Rhea's know that we're...
Yeah, teach me how to punch. Nice. And then we probably have somebody else up here who can teach us something. Nobody's in that room. Seta, Hanneman. I think Manuela can teach us something.
At your...
Yeah, I'd like to learn Faith. Not that we necessarily need to, but at least it's something to use our last bit of time on. Anything else I didn't do? I think that's everything. Yeah. Let's let's do the supports. Yeah, of course. Right, Ash and Marianne's final support.
Oh, Marianne. Are you confessing again today?
No, I was waiting for you.
For me?
I wanted to apologize. You kept trying to encourage me, but I just avoided you in return.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. I only wanted to give you some advice, but I ended up running you off.
Can I tell you something, Ash?
Of course.
You said that my crest is an extraordinary gift, but I don't agree with that at all. Don't people have more important qualities?
What do you mean?
Like, how much we help those around us. Or whether or not we can make other people smile. Sylvain says that a person's value is in their smile.
Sylvain, huh? He really can turn anything into a line.
That's interesting. It's referencing another support. That would be really cool if the game did that a little more. Like, hey, this other person told me this thing. Like, you know, a little bit more interconnected stuff. Opposed to it being like, this is a little storyline. It's, this is part of the larger fabric of the story. I think that would be cool. And I think what would also be cool is if the game then referenced some of this support stuff as you go through the game, as in the battles and things. I think that could be a really cool addition. I don't know if any previous game has done this, or, yeah, whether this is, or whether, you know, this is advanced as it gets or something for this one, but I could definitely see a world in which they really expand the support conversations. I don't know though, I don't know. Obviously Fire Emblem's got a formula and it works for them, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would detract too much from the overall thing. Like, maybe it would ruin the pacing a little bit if you were constantly in supports that needed other supports, which needed other supports. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm trying to be less negative. I've also realized that I should have a dream to pursue like you do. I think people who have something to work toward are more fulfilled. Yet here I am, living an empty life without a dream.
That still sounds kind of negative to me. What does being fulfilled even mean here, anyway? Are you saying that people without dreams live empty lives? I don't agree with that. When I was a kid, I was too busy worrying about my next meal to have a dream. Was my life empty then?
That's not what I mean at all. I just don't know... I don't know how to find my dream.
Hey, chin up. Maybe I can help. I'm sure we can come up with something for you in no time if we put our heads together.
You'll help me?
Absolutely. Unless, you don't want me to, of course.
No, I would appreciate that. I want to find something worth working toward. Together, with you, and with my head held high.
That was nice. Yeah. Awesome. I really like the way that that was referencing other supports and the way that is showing character growth for Marianne. Yeah, it's good. Sylvain, Flayn, let's go.
Hey there, Flayn. I thought I'd drop by and see if you'd care for a...
Now, just a moment, Sylvain. If you must speak with me, I implore you to do so from where you stand.
Thank you, Flayn. Social distancing, it's important.
My apologies if this comes across as rude, but please do not come any closer to me.
Excuse me?
I am sorry. My brother has explicitly warned me not to go near you.
Seth said that? I bet he also told you any woman who comes too close to me is, how does he say it? Doomed to misfortune?
He used those very words. Is it true then?
Come on. He's just messing with you, obviously.
Of course I would prefer to believe that, but one can never know for certain. Particularly when similar stories are constantly in circulation about you. I have heard that men and women alike have been seduced by your nefarious ways.
I hate to suggest my talents are being oversold, but...
I have heard that you toy with people's emotions, like a cat toys with its prey.
Do I really look like such a villain to you?
Well, perhaps not. You do not strike me as much of a charmer.
Ouch, that's gonna hurt the ego.
When you put it like that, I feel like I should defend... Yeah, forget it. Let's get to the actual point.
Did I not tell you, Sylvain? Stay away from me.
It's kind of awkward talking from so far away. Can I please step just a little?
Truly, there are countless terrible stories of your behavior. I've heard that you panic when there aren't women around to flirt with, that you've gone as far as flirting with horses and even chickens.
I love this.
Oh, come on. Who would even... You should know that your brother has an overactive imagination.
I would like to believe that you are a sincere and reputable person, Sylvain. But there is no smoke without fire. Or so the saying goes.
I may not be the most respectable fellow you'll ever meet, but...
Until I can be certain, please refrain from coming too close to me. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way.
Flayn, wait! Come back! And she's gone. All I was trying to do was deliver a message. Flayn, hey! The professor said we need to come to the cathedral! I'll run really far ahead so you don't have to walk near me! There, I tried telling her. The professor can't be mad about that.
What change of pace between that one and the previous one? Oh, we have another change of pace with Mercedes and Aloise's ghost story time.
The time has come. I have been waiting to curse your soul with this tale of ghostly terror.
You have? Well, excellent. I won't run or hide.
Then we shall proceed. Our story begins when a friend of mine visited a graveyard in eastern Fargus.
Oh, wait.
Whatever is the matter, Aloise? I've barely just begun.
You got to the graveyard part so quickly. No warning at all. I wasn't ready. Ugh, listen to me. What kind of knight am I? Continue, Mercedes. I won't make another peep.
Very well then. Now where was I? Ah, yes. My friend went to visit his grandfather's grave, staying the night at a neighboring church. As darkness crept, he awoke to a strange sound. He peered out into the black of night to see a misshapen figure desecrating the graves. He barricaded himself in his room, waiting for the first glimmer of sunlight before fleeing the church. My friend soon learned that the graveyard was built on the ruins of an ancient battlefield. Legend says that the souls of knights who fell during the battle roam freely after dark. He was sure that the misshapen figure he saw was the ghost of a warrior searching for its earthly remains. After his stay at the church, my friend complained of restless nights and an unbearable weight on his chest. His closest friends and family feared a change in his eyes, as though it wasn't him occupying his body. No one knows for certain what happened that night. After years of isolation, his body was found in the very graveyard where it all began. Aloise? Did you hear me? I said, in the very graveyard where it all began.
Ah! What happened? Is it over?
Did he just, like, just blank out for all of that?
I blacked out after the part with the misshapen figure. Oh, it's so pathetic. I'm a knight. I have to be ready to fight anywhere, even in a spooky graveyard.
I don't think many battles take place in graveyards in the middle of the night, but I suppose it's important to be prepared, isn't it?
Precisely. Please, Mercedes, help me prepare.
Of course. I'm happy to share another spooky story next time.
Alright, so we've had serious, we've had funny, we've had scary, and now we have Ingrid and Raphael for sad.
Eating? In the dining hall. You?
Why do you sound shocked? Well, I suppose he wasn't eating in the dining hall last time, but anyway.
What do you mean? The dining hall's where I do most of my eating.
If only the old version of you could hear you say that. It seems to me you've taken more care with your appearance of late, too. For once, you aren't covered in gravy and oil from head to toe. I'm impressed.
Of course not, Ingrid. A proper knight has to be neat and tidy.
All right, what have you done with Raphael?
It's all thanks to you. You said I had to clean up if I wanted to be a knight, so I started being more careful. Do you think I have what it takes now?
You've certainly become more knightly than before. But there's plenty yet to do to become a proper knight. It's not as simple as eating where you're meant to and not being covered in gravy.
Maybe I'd have a better chance if I just married you.
What does that have to do with anything?
You're real cultured, that's all. You already taught me to be neat and tidy. I figured you could teach me a lot more about being a proper knight if I always had you around.
That would be quite the undertaking for me. Listen, Raphael, that's sweet of you. However, as I've said before, I've no intention to marry.
Sure, whatever you say.
Let's cast aside this talk of marriage, and instead embolden one another to be the best knights we can be.
You're right. Probably a better idea to just embolden each other instead. As long as I still get your help with becoming a proper knight.
While you're working to be more proper, I'll be working to strengthen myself, that I might become a greater knight than you.
Huh. I don't know about that. I'm pretty tough. But I guess if anyone could beat me, it'd probably be you, Ingrid. Guaranteed.
Thank you, Raphael. That means a lot to me.
Nice. Okay, so I will of course end today's free time. Moving on to the 19th. Once we connect to Nintendo's online service. On the 19th, we are going to do some instruction. So, instructing. Let's start with Felix. Felix is gonna learn about authority. Hey, perfect. Nice. Okay, that went pretty well. Ash is gonna learn about authority. Sylvain is gonna learn about dark magic, otherwise known as reason. He did pretty well there. Mercedes is going to learn about authority. A perfect, wonderful. That might actually complete. Not quite, but it might at the end of this, as in when it does the everyone gets their goals raised thing. I could push that up. Yeah, okay. Reason level 5.
All that work was worth it.
Sure, why not continue learning that? Hey, perfect, nice. I don't even know what happens if you get authority to an S. It seems so far away, but it might be possible. So she has the... Wait, let me just look at her. She actually has a class we're working towards. I just want to see how she's looking in that. She has 100%. Perfect. Okay, so she doesn't need flying anymore, actually. We can change her goals. Goals for Ingrid. She no longer needs flying. So what do we want to give her? That's a good question. What do we want to give her? I guess pure authority? Yeah, I don't like it, but I guess so. Okay. So I guess we'll level authority on her. There we go. Nice. And then Marianne, we can level authority. Nice. Awesome. We've done all of them. Goals wise, we're still, group task wise, we still have Gilbert and Ash, that's fine. Has been suggested that neither of them would be good with their riding class, but to be honest, look at the options we got here. Like, these bottom and top are basically like, these are class ones that are held off. I guess we could maybe go in here and say like, I'm gonna teach these two people, well probably not those two. But I guess we could say like, I'm gonna teach Felix and someone else, and Ingrid, about heavy armor, and then raise their heavy armor for whatever reason to lower the weight or something. But, you know, right, might as well just go for the class, and then even if we don't end up using it, we could maybe get the class skill or something. So, yeah, anyway.
Professor.
I've studied the sword since I was young, but seeing how far some of the others have come has made me keenly aware that my own skills could use refining. No. You're exactly as refined as you need to be. Group task. Hopefully. If it comes through here. Maybe... Possibly... There we go.
Pretty good job, if I do say so myself.
Perfect. Nice. Everyone gets a little bit. Oh, we have an A. We have one A+. We have an A from Mercedes in terms of our authority. Double B's for Seteth, not that it matters.
I see how this works.
Lance prowess.
Hopefully this proves you feeling pretty good about.
Don't need to know about anyone else, but yeah. Okay, so we got A's in authority for Mercedes. Awesome. Did instruction get us anything else? Yes, actually, instruction... Wait, oh no, this was the group task. Ash and Gilbert's final support. Let's go.
Is something the matter? Your heart does not seem to be in your training today.
I'm sorry. Something's been bothering me.
Idle thoughts do hinder training. Tell me what bothers you.
You were sworn to protect the royal family. But when we met 5 years ago, you weren't in the kingdom capital. You were in Garreg Mach. What could have made a great knight like you abandon his vow?
That is difficult to explain.
Well, please explain then.
You are aware of the tragedy of Dusker? when the king's party was massacred 9 years ago.
I am. It affected me too. My brother was suspected of being involved in the attack. And so the church, they...
Forgive me. That must be a difficult memory.
Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault.
I disagree. Had I been by His Majesty's side on that day where I was sworn to be, perhaps His Majesty would not have lost his life, and all would be different.
Is that why you left Fargus?
Yes. You may laugh, but I feel I was responsible for everything.
I would never laugh at something like that. But I do think you should have seen things through to the end. Even if you had to endure dishonor for a while, you could have restored your name. I'm sorry. That was inconsiderate of me. I got carried away by how much your situation resembles my own.
You were adopted by Lord Lonato, correct? I once told you that I wish to protect one thing other than my king, and that is my family. My wife and my daughter, both of whom I left behind in the kingdom. Lord Lonato took up his sword for his son, even if that meant turning his back on the goddess. As a father, I cannot condemn Lord Lonato for raising an army. Yet, perhaps he too lost sight of what should be protected, just as I did.
I don't understand what you mean. What should Lonato have protected?
You, Ash, because you are also his son.
You're right. I think I know what I need to protect now. It's been staring me in the face all this time. I don't know why I couldn't see it. I'm Lonato's son. His pride and his wishes are my inheritance. Those are what I should protect.
I see. Ash, you will be an excellent knight.
It's too early to say that, but I'm willing to learn if you'll teach me.
It would be my pleasure to oversee the training of a new generation.
Okay. A good heart-to-heart to end the episode. So, the reason we're going to end the episode here, I was originally thinking we might do more battles, but the reason we're going to end it here is because I think I want to do the paralogue, and if we're doing the paralogue, we need definitely to do some actual inventory management, which means we need to end the episode. So, we have no certifications to do. Yeah, it's a shame you can't do certifications between battles. That would be really good. But anyway, I guess we'll get them before we get the mission. Yeah, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.